Why don't you provide me with a whole inventory of what you did with all of the negatives from Sears when my mom used to take me and my little sister to get our portraits at the Sears photo studio? Because my understanding is that about a year and a half ago, somebody admitted that they actually took and used as stock associated with whatever the fuck else you guys thought you were entitled to do negatives and other photos from when my mom would almost on a monthly, if not very frequent basis, until you guys determined that you wanted to disable her. She would go and get our picture taken. Because let me tell you what I think. I think that you started selling those pictures of me and my sister to pedophiles. And I think that you started using those pictures of me and my sister, especially because I always had the blue dress and she always had the pink dress. And my mom actually made those dresses. So there's all kinds of intrinsic, inherent value in there, especially if you're a fucking pedophile. And you started selling those pictures and you started using them. And now it sounds like you started using them for the military retirement system scam you're trying to get me to offload to your little narcos in the police force. And you've so embedded and so drugged people into acceding to the normalization of child pornography as some form of currency that you want to try to terrorize me by only letting me get messaging from people that have a little girl on their profile picture that looks like I would have looked when I was that little girl in those pictures that were going to Sears. And I think you started doing that shit when I was actually very little. And my mother understood it. And that's why she called my father back from fucking Japan. And that's why you guys started torturing my mother. Now, you want me to let somebody go? I don't think so. I think you specifically and strategically stuck me with one fucking person I'm allowed to talk to because he kept his fucking mouth shut and he played stupid. And that's exactly the deals you guys set up with these hustlers back then. I can't let him off. Because if you weren't absolutely, positively doing exactly that, I'd already have other people to talk to. I'd have friends. I'd have my own social network. I'd have enemies. I'd have people that would be talking shit about me publicly. I'd have to deal with people trying to flame me, trying to chastise me publicly because I wrote something, maybe even accuse me in the public realm of slander without actually using my life to try to finance other people's litigation. I'd be able to get an access to a lawyer, if nothing else, for some sort of professional consultation. I'd be able to talk to people in the actual fucking military or actual military veterans that can handle the level of information that I'm constantly processing. But as long as you keep trying to stimulate my vagina and get me to make myself feel better because it kind of feels uncomfortable down there, I have one theory that makes sense. That beautiful little blonde girl you showed me is exactly what you started doing to me that made my mother call my father back from deployment, and you've been punishing my entire fucking family ever since. Now, at some point, you fucking motherfuckers are just gonna have to get in the room and look me in the face anyway, right? I would prefer until that day you stand the fuck down. You stand the fuck down and you deactivate your little boys and girls providing the firewall between me and any other possibility in my life, except for exonerating you preemptively by having mercy on cute, sweet little Sam. I watched Sam murder his own fucking mother. You understand that? He murdered his own fucking mother. And you're just pissed because that deal didn't pay off yet. And it's not going to. So you're going to have to recomport yourself. It's not that hard. Your fucking fascination with whatever you speculate about being my tendencies, it's none of your fucking business.